Hello everyone! Shy Guy Fox back in the toy box again after a couple weeks off. Been adjusting to some life changes and medications and brain chemistry shifts, so haven't really streamed since Halloween after the Saturday Stupercade Halloween cartoon special here on the toy box, but getting back into things with a little classic Super Mario 35 since there's a new special battle out. I understand that there are only courses from Worlds 5 and 6 in this, so this will provide some fresh new material and some fresh new ass-kicking for me, because Worlds 5 and 6 in this game are tough, from what I recall, so we're gonna jump right in and see how we fare here. But no matter how I fare, I will prevail. By sheer virtue of not giving up, I will prevail. Oh boy, I'm getting nervous. Been a minute since I played this game. Haven't played it since last time I was on stream, so about three weeks, I believe, last time I streamed this. You can double check that on the YouTube channel, Shy Guy Fox Toy Box, where I've been uploading my VODs after they expire from Twitch. So do my work and double check for me, would you? That'd be great. Oh yeah. Perfect jump into that cavity. I fucked that up so many times when playing Super Mario Bros. In private. I'm gonna have to relearn the rhythm of this. Ah, shit. I say as I jump into a piranha plant. Prove my point. Oh boy. And this is just the first level. People are already dropping like flies, it looks like. Almost 10 people out of the running already. Oh boy. This is no good. I cannot believe I'm still alive. Let's see what we roll. Okay. That'll get me out of that tough spot, probably right into another one, though. If I can complete one level on the first try here, I will consider it at least a minor victory. Will you get out of the way? You're standing in the way of my dreams, Paratroopa. Don't hop on my dreams. Oh yeah, the weird grayscale levels are in this, huh? What am I even supposed to do? I don't think I can make the jump across over there. Okay. Cow block is kind of wasted on killing one piranha plant, but we'll just take what we can get. We will just take what we can get and shut the fuck up. Only not, because it's my job to talk. If you can call this a job, which can't. Oh boy. This is definitely a different dynamic in this game. Because instead of focusing on taking down enemies, which is going to be my downfall here from running out of time, it's just about sheer survival. Almost made it through 2 levels, but I was still 5th or 6th, yeah. Wow. You know, I'm gonna peep in on these other guys here and see what's going on. Let's check out the guy who's in the castle right now. Apologies if the stream quality is a little chunky on your end, by the way. I'm observing the stream manager and seeing a little bit of dropped frameage. New Destiny is expansion is out, as my dumbass brain's trying to say. But Beyond Light for Destiny 2 came out this past week, and my Destiny 2 obsessed brother-in-law is currently playing, so both sharing our bandwidth right now. No big deal, of course. Both gotta get our gaming in. In fact, speaking of playing MMOs, one of the reasons I'm playing this, aside from the fact that I didn't want to go 2 full weekends without streaming at all, one of the reasons I'm playing this right now is to stave off my robbing urge to play more Final Fantasy XIV, which I think I played... I mean, I wasn't actively playing for all this time, of course, as it's a very easy game to just let sit while you do other things for a minute. But I think I was playing for about... probably about 10 to 11 hours yesterday. Maybe about... If you reduce that down, maybe about 7 or 8 of those were actual active looking at the screen with hands on the mouse and keyboard, but I just started yesterday and never been a big MMO guy, but I find it very charming, and it's definitely scratching an itch that I have not. Wow, that was a pro move. Way to go, Pit You GTO. But yeah, it's definitely scratching an itch for me, and I'm looking forward to playing more, which I'll probably be doing directly after this. And if I was having better results with my connection right now, I might even consider streaming it, but I also don't really want to embarrass myself in front of people who know what they're doing in those types of games. It's kind of a brainless fun kind of game for me right now, at least. Whew! Wow, that came to an abrupt end. Good job, Pit You GTO. We could all learn a lot from you, buddy. Well, let's jump back into it. I haven't watched anyone else stream this game, so I don't know if it's considered incredibly unusual to just sit there and speculate on other players live on a stream, but I just find it enjoyable. And it's one of the cooler, more social aspects of this game. You get to watch other people while you play, and after you die, just learn from their mistakes so that you can have a better run next time. I think that's a really cool concept. So I hope you don't mind just watching me watch other people play. Gotta keep up with that Koopa shell if you want to reap its benefits. Doesn't hit enemies while it's off screen like in some Mario games. Consistent with the Mario 1 rules in that regard, despite the tweaked physics. Gonna stock up on coins so we can roll the dice out of danger. I hope this doesn't heat up quite as quickly as the last one. Yeah, we made it through that one level fairly easily, so far so good. Whoa there! Almost squandered that goodwill by jumping directly face first into a bullet, but no big deal. Boy. Definitely pressing me to actually use my coins instead of sitting on them like a dragon hoarding gold. I like the special battle so far. It's intense. Oh, this is creating just the kind of small snackable rounds that this game seems perfectly suited for, conceptually. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. Alright, guys. I'm doing my best. Sadly. This is best. which is a running theme for me. So using my same background from the Saturday Stupercade, the little Earthbound map, I do have now. Should go ahead and plop that in and replace it. But I look forward to that next time. I'll either be streaming later this week, hoping to start some Trials of Mana remake on PS4 on this channel soon. Really dig into that. Because I played the Super Famicom version and got stuck near the very end. So I really want to finish Trials of Mana by way of starting it all the way over in a new version, but just really haven't felt like doing it these past few weeks. It hasn't gelled with me. But, should really do some easy stuff like this. Even when I don't necessarily feel like it. Force myself to feel like it more often. What a concept. Woo! Dodged that spiny like a pro, but only to jump right into the Lakitu who was throwing it. Okay, well, I'm just gonna take the hit to get through. Woo! Slide down that pole, baby. Okay. Well, again, Pow Block gets you out of one spot. It's a matter of time before you're back in one, though. I'm glad I'm not the only one having some semblance of trouble in this. I was expecting to be possibly catastrophically bad at Worlds 5 and 6, but at least in relative terms, I'm pretty okay. 6th again, looks like. At least we got a level up out of the equation. That's progress. Burning for more. I kind of want to speculate, but I'm just burning for more hot Mario action. The cold, cold day here in suburban Ohio. Good day for some hot soup. Had some hot soup earlier, shifted into soup mode. Now some hot Mario. The spiciest Mario I've had in quite some time. Since my fruitless quest to get all 120 stars in Super Mario Galaxy recently, which capped out at about 108. Just couldn't quite make it across the finish line. Those purple coin stars are, wow, they are sadistic. Duck that. Where even are those bullet bill launchers, huh? Where are you even coming from, Bill? No time to stop for flour. Boy, the biggest challenge of this so far is just that there are so many high-tier enemies and so few low-tier ones that you can kill for time. And so few opportunities to stop and kill them. Shit. This is not a banner day in the toy box, suffice it to say. Whoop. This will probably be a pretty short stream. Less than the hour or so I usually indulge in. Mainly because I'm very hot. All this hot soup and hot Mario is really working me up. Oh boy. I died that quickly though, and I still got 17th. That really says something about how challenging this is. But yeah. Little hot, little burnt out. Not having great quality on the stream here anyway. Really want to turn my fan on. Overcompensated for the cold day. I guess the heat is on in the house. I can't really tell. Oh my god. Holy shit. I suck. Fucking yowza. Ah, that's highly amusing. Need to be a bit more measured and careful as I proceed through this. But that ain't gonna help me with shit like this. Ah. It's a stiff competition between Hammer Bros and Lakitu for worst standard enemy. At least Hammer Bros can't fly. At least not until Super Mario World. The amazing flying Hammer Bro, which is one of the best names for an enemy in any video game. Oh, thank God. Oh, no, you don't. They're gonna sneak up on me and steal my hard-earned mushroom. Damn Hammer Bros. Thinking they can come into my territory and steal my mushrooms. And we are already 12th. After completing our first stage in this run. Oh, you gotta be... Ah! I am just straight up stupid. A hot, soupy, stupid Super Mario man. Oh, wow, okay. Well, a lot of hammers on screen there. Just gonna take a little capture to commemorate number of hammers on screen at once. Oh, another fox. Hey, Black Fox 55. You're watching, which you almost certainly are. Shout out to my fellow fox boy. Or girl. Don't want to be presumptuous. Chicks dig the fox. To paraphrase seminal classic Joel Schumacher's Batman and Robin. Chicks dig the fox. Don't you just love those mornings? And by mornings, I mean 4:30 in the evening when the sun is almost setting. When there's just not enough caffeine in the world to make you actually wake up. This is one of those days for me. Hard to wake up after you spend all night playing Final Fantasies. Ooh boy. Underwater Hammer Bros. That's a new nightmare to have. I should have been all slick and slid under there for a flower, but too distracted by the encroaching death. People are hanging on better in this round. This is some stiffer competition. Damn it. Hate it when you get a POW block and you need basically anything else more. Oh, yeah, especially that. Anything else would have been better. You fucking troopa. POW blocks, POW blocks, POW blocks. All I want is a flower. I just want to be a big man. No! Small man die. Small man die all over the place. Back into the action, though. We're not going to be deterred. Oh, hey, Legend Cart Boy. I had not noticed you were in the mix. Wasn't paying attention to the chat. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Matt Cartboy Razine. I hope I'm not mispronouncing that, from Source Gaming. One of my favorite video game writers on the whole internet. Hanging in the chat. Has a new Donkey Kong article, one of his many classic Donkey Kong articles, going up on Source Gaming very soon, I understand. I'm gonna say probably this week. Going by your tweet. Ah, I got it right. That's awesome. I actually consider that one of my minor skills, pronouncing people's names right on the first try. Ah! I wish I had the minor skill of being able to get fucking mushrooms that are right in front of my face, though. Oh, okay. Celebrating the 25th anniversary of Dixie Kong, it looks like. Quite a worthy subject. So make sure you check that out on the Source Gaming website. Follow at @AllSourceGaming, I believe is the Twitter handle, for more news on that. But yeah, I got a Dixie Kong article coming up from good old Cartboy. I'm looking forward to reading that. Oh boy. Okay. Guess I'll just die. Guess I'll just die. I see you have a cart question for me, as I'm stumbling over my words to say, what can I answer for you, Cart Boy? Ask me anything. I am an open book. Where is Dixie's tail? Where was she during Donkey Kong 64? What's her favorite movie? I tackle all these questions. Okay, so these are questions that you're going to be answering, not that I'm going to be answering. That's good, because you're much better equipped to answer them than I. Ah! I knew stopping for that power-up would bite me in the ass. Burn me in the ass, more accurately. Yeah, Dixie being absent from Donkey Kong 64 has always bugged me quite a bit. Oh, come on! I barely touched that fireball! Oh, yeah. Carboy asking the hard-hitting questions. Is the toy box a reference to the Paper Mario chapter? Very much so. Very much ripping off that. Kinda stealing that steez from the Paper Mario classic chapter from Paper Mario 1, Shy Guy's Toy Box. One of my favorite chapters in any Mario RPG. Watt. I love Watt. She's one of my favorite partners in that game. Well, I say she. I think that's hotly debated to this day. Which, come to think of it, both of the first two Paper Mario games have party members of somewhat ambiguous gender that are still debated hotly, even now. I say debated hotly, I mean amongst the Mario RPG fan circle, which is vanishingly thin, let's say. And no, that's not a pun on the paper aspect of it, unfortunately. Wow, it feels so weird to actually have someone in the chat. Thank you, Cartboy. This is a whole new experience for me. And helps me learn something new as a result. Learn the new skill of checking the chat in between rounds instead of checking my phone. Which is honestly the better, more professional thing to do. Just haven't had much reason to do it yet, because... Oh boy, got that star just in time, huh? Oh yeah, you're replaying replaying the first Paper Mario game for the first time since it came out. I've played it a few times in between the release and now. I want to say probably 5 or 6, but still, you know, feels pretty infrequent by the standards of a game that's been out for 20 years. I think just recently was its 20th anniversary in America. Yeah, if you haven't used Watt much, she's especially useful against enemies, of course, that have high defense, because she just ignores the defense. Her electric shot goes through any armor. I always found that pretty useful. Who's your favorite Paper Mario partner? I'll pose that to the chat in general. Who's your favorite Paper Mario 1 partner? Really gotta think hard to pick between Parakarry and Watt. Those are the two high contenders for me, but I love Cooper, I love Goombario, and I love Bombette. I love them all, pretty much. Even Lackluster, or however you're supposed to say that. Even him. He's a late introduction, but he's a good time. We sure are old, Cartboy. And we're not getting any younger. Not yet, at least. Once my experiment comes to fruition, then only you and I will have eternal youth. So we can keep speculating on Donkey Kong lore through times immemorial. Boy. This is tough. I don't know how long this current match has been going on, but I feel like a lot longer than it feels like, given how many people are still left. Can I make this jump? Yes, just barely. Alright. Thought you were so smart sitting there, Piranha Plant, but I made it past you. Woo! That was slick as shit. Ah, but that was not. Yeah, you gotta love Goombario. And yeah, like you say, even Sushi's good. Kind of a cantankerous caretaker of Yoshi's, but she's fun in her own way. And it's a pleasure to include you in my plans toward Unethical Immortality card. You, said you'd come back for me during the zombie apocalypse. It's only fair to repay the favor. But the twist is, we'll be immortal as zombies, unfortunately. Hate to tell you. Actually, I don't think zombies are immortal. I guess they kind of functionally are. I'm not too into zombie fiction, but I assume there's a point in most of them where, you know, you can only be a shambling corpse for so long before you just start to fall apart at the seams. Ah, well, that was a quick one. A swift, merciful death for me. That's a very good point, yeah. Sushi is one of the few people who doesn't know Mario prior to meeting him in Paper Mario, which does add a different flavor to it. In that game, and I'd say at least Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, the first Paper Mario, and Mario RPG, they all seem to run with the idea that Mario is a well-known local celeb figure. So characters who don't know him and don't automatically fawn over him are automatically given a bit of a different feel to their interactions with him, which is always nice. Living on far-off Lava Island, I guess the culture just doesn't quite reach there. Despite the fact that she lives in a town that's run by, seemingly, at least it feels implied, that the Chief Yoshi in Paper Mario is the canon Yoshi from Yoshi's Island. At least I've always felt that way. So she lives in a village run by someone who knows Mario very well, but still the legend of Mario hasn't spread there. Some interesting implications. So much meat left on the bone of the world in those games that I'd love to see explored, if they're ever allowed to, again. Well, that was useless. The zombie shopping cart does sound terrifying. Especially if it's just sitting amongst the other shopping carts. In the little, boy, I want to call it a trolley stop, but that sounds overly British. But, in the little cart reserve, whatever you want to call it, cart corral, I guess. If it was just sitting amongst the other carts unknowingly, and you grab the shopping cart and are unknowingly infected. Of course, I guess that's kind of what it's like right now, going to a store with lots of carts and handling them with a possible contagion on the bars that you couldn't possibly know about. So that's depressingly relatable. No. My flower. Ah. Bill, you're killing me. You're killing me, Bill. Ah, boy. Bowser, who invited you? That's what I want to know. Whew, this is an intense special battle mode. This might be my favorite one yet, despite the fact that I have not yet even come close to winning, and I'm not sure that I will. I'm enjoying this greatly. I'm getting the fuck out of there. Ah. Yes, snatch defeat narrowly from the jaws of victory. Even that fire flower. And now I'm small. It'll be a minor miracle if I can just make it through the rest of this stage. Woo! A minor miracle! Jesus is real, y'all! It was discovered this Sunday during a Nobody's Super Mario 35 stream that Jesus is indeed real. Jesus confirmed. Alright. Well, 5th, I'll take it. If that's as close as I get to a victory here, then that will be something I can take home and feel proud about. Oh, okay. I didn't get far enough. Part Boy in the chat's agreeing with me that the chief in Paper Mario on Lava Lava Island is Yoshi's Island Green Yoshi, so... But he's also saying that in Yoshi's Island DS, it's heavily implied that the Yoshi born at the end of that is the canon Yoshi from Super Mario World. Which is something I had not really considered too much. That game, even though it's an R-Toon/R-Zest game, it's probably one of the best ones they've ever made. So I'm more willing to consider that canon than, say, Yoshi's New Island. And that's another interesting little piece of the possible lore. And more breaking news, Cartboy is apparently Jesus. This is just the... You're just the gift that keeps on giving, man. I had no idea you were our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Apparently you see a Yoshi hatch at the end of Yoshi's Island DS, and he's a star child. The implication is that he is the Yoshi. Wow. I had no idea. I played a good deal of that game back in the day. Yoshi's Island DS. I gave that a pretty fair shake. It was a tough game, too. I feel like I mostly stopped playing just because it was kicking my ass so thoroughly, and I'm not stopping for that Fire Flower because I'm just going to lose it anyway. Immediately. But, mainly stopped playing because of the difficulty. And the two-screen split was definitely part of that. It was one of the coolest executions of the double tall image on a DS screen, but the fact that it needed you to account for kind of that blind space in between the screens really made for some tough situations. Fuck you, Bowser. So long, gay Bowser. Not that there's anything wrong with gay Bowser. Or being gay in general. Just a statement of fact. Alright. I've often wondered why R-Zest and R-Toon enjoy such a fruitful relationship with Nintendo. That's something that could do with some further investigation. Not that any of the investigative targets would be forthcoming on the reasons for that necessarily, but if you could indeed investigate such a thing, it'd be something I would love to know. Why are you so enamored with these people, Nintendo? They have yet to turn out more than like a 6 or 7 out of 10 game, I'd say. And Goodfeel has already proven to be much better handlers of the Yoshi brand. Even though Crafted World wasn't that great either, it was at least better than Yoshi's New Island, I'd say. So Goodfeel has got a better handle on that. Zest, as they're known now, always be Artoon in my hearts, because that's a really weird sort of lateral move in rebranding for them, I feel like. I don't know exactly what's going on there. But Zest and Artoon, I think the most recent game they made for Nintendo was Hey Pikmin, which I did not check out at all, despite I think I have it on my 3DS, my hacked 3DS, which at one point had access to the mythical land of pirate pleasures known as the Free Shop. So I did download Hey Pikmin to it, and I might have even started it up, but I played exactly 0 seconds of it. I'm already not the biggest Pikmin fan. I like Pikmin better from afar than I do in practice of actually playing. And making it a platformer actually kind of makes it more in my wheelhouse, more my speed. But boy, that game looked crummy in so many regards. Not just graphically. Graphically, it was actually halfway interesting, but okay, gonna get up close and personal to kill you. Graphically, it looked alright, but boy, it just radiated crumminess to me. I could not shake the feeling that it was just a bargain basement Nintendo game from the very outset. Yeah, it's hard to hold Crafted World against Goodfeel too much. Especially after Kirby's Epic Yarn and Yoshi's Woolly World. I think it was mostly a case of, like you say, Cartboy being a bit of a fluke, and also just being a game that they hadn't really... a game style they hadn't really tried to do before. The whole sort of semi-3D, more exploration-based platforming style, and you know, I played a few worlds of it. It was still worth experiencing, but got repetitive pretty quick. And also, it committed the cardinal sin of so many of those third-party handled Nintendo licensed games, where just the soundtrack is not anywhere near the quality it should have been. Very repetitive and very kind of cloyingly cutesy and sweet in a way I don't really appreciate. But overall, it was an alright game. It reminded me a lot of Yoshi's Story. Felt like a good spiritual successor to Yoshi's Story, but Yoshi's Story was already not of flagship Nintendo quality. Very much felt like a lesser Yoshi game. They really just have not nailed that series outside of Yoshi's Island and Yoshi's Woolly World, in my opinion. Oof. Okay. Well, that was a dumb move. Got a little overzealous there. Carboy's saying, hey, Pikmin is alright. Just got really weak puzzles for a puzzle platformer. And that tracks. They made Chibi Robo's Ziplash 2, I think. Which had that same problem, I felt like. Yeah, Woolly World, of course, it really doesn't deserve to be mentioned in the same breath as Yoshi's Island, because Yoshi's Island the first is, you know, undisputably one of the best platformers ever made. And Yoshi's Woolly World is solid, like Cartboy says. Can't really match that same level. I feel like it would have stood a better chance if the co-op had been better, because the co-op was a really cool idea and a really good fit for that series, but the fact that you basically couldn't play without constantly swallowing each other and tying each other up with yarn was really obnoxious and ruined what... Whoa! That was fucking sweet. Ruined what could have been a really cool co-op experience that may have elevated it, at least in one regard, above its predecessors. Oh, like you do, I'm gonna regret not killing you while I had the chance. And now you have a friend. Hey, Locky 2, remember when I said I would kill you last? I was telling the truth. You're going to kill me instead. Oh! Oh! Oh, I almost got my revenge. I don't know which one of those was the Locky 2 I didn't kill, but... Well, alright. It's not often I get all the revenge I asked for and more, but I will take it. Thanks, Carboy, yeah. I think that was a really slick jump. That's totally uncharacteristic of me. I have my luckier moments in this game, but, have yet to pull off something like that. I feel real pro. Feel like a real pro streamer boy today. That may wind up tied with my placement in 5th place as the highest achievement during this stream. Because so far I've gotten 6th about 4 or 5 times, and I've gotten less than that a few other times. Wow. That's a pretty bad slam, Cartboy. Calling Hey Pikmin RZ's best game. That is some low, low praise there. A lot of people will go to the bat for Blinks the Time Sweeper, but I've never played that. One of their few non-Nintendo endeavors. And Blinks himself at least looks cute. He's a nice little platformer mascot, designed by Naoto Oshima of Sonic the Hedgehog design fame. So, got some good pedigree going there. I don't know if he is... I don't think he's involved in any other capacity with Cartoon and Arzest other than that, though. And that's where they lost the plot. Not keeping that kind of pedigree around. Yeah, Blinks is really one of those games that passed me by. I had... shit. I had only a GameCube during that generation, so I was kind of game-starved in general compared to my Xbox and PS2 owning friends, but... And while I played some PS2 and Xbox games, you know, I had a GameCube. Why did I need to play platformers from anyone else? Same reason I haven't really played much Spyro or Ratchet and Clank or Jak and Daxter. You know, growing up a Nintendo kid, Really, only a Nintendo platformer will do ya when you got that hankering. Oh, I forgot about Fling Smash. That's that game that isn't Boom Blocks. That's pretty much the extent of my knowledge of Fling Smash. It's the game that is not Steven Spielberg presents Boom Blocks for some reason. I think you threw little dudes at structures to blow them up. The basic premise of that, I'm not going to replicate that sweet jump from last time. But it's enough to just survive. Spiny hat. Check out my new stylish spiny hat. Yeah, just like you, Cartboy. The 360 was the first system to lure me away from the Nintendo ecosystem. I had previously relied on friends who had a Genesis or a PlayStation to take me outside of that, but 360 was the first time that I got the courage to say, hey, you know, I like what the Wii is doing. It has some good games, but I have enough time to invest in this hobby. You know, I was 15 when the 360 came out. I have enough time to invest in this hobby. I've got a little bit of money to throw around for it. I'm gonna get a 360 Elite and expand my gaming horizons beyond Nintendo. Because especially at that point when I was a teenager, RPGs were my favorite genre. And despite a little bit of a dip between then and now, they are now in general. But I was real into, you know, playing lots of long, strange JRPGs back then, and strange as it sounds to say the Xbox had good JRPG support, it really did, especially compared to the Wii, which really didn't get many of its notable RPGs until it was almost dead in the water. The whole Project Rainfall trilogy of Pandora's Tower and Xenoblade and The Last Story. So there was a big drought for fans of that genre on that system, and didn't want a PS3 because of its reputation, although I got a PS3 a few years later. But the 360, they really tried to make that system happen in Japan by locking down a lot of either exclusive JRPGs or at least shared multi-platform JRPGs. Microsoft really tried. Gotta hand it to them. But Eternal Sonata and Lost Odyssey and Tales of Vesperia, I mean, just lots of good long adventures to dig into that I wasn't getting on the more family and party-focused Nintendo system that generation. Where Super Smash Bros. Brawl still got plenty of play, though. Wow. There's another person in the chat. Hello, Huawei. It's someone I don't know, too. Wow. A lot of firsts for me today. First having anyone in the chat at all, and now having someone that I don't even know. At least I don't know if I know you. Oh, wow. Okay, well, good way to just embarrass myself right off the bat in front of you. But hey, how's it going? And I'm now seeing that, now that I'm actually paying more attention to the chat, your name is Huawei-O. Thanks for stopping by. Kind of like if a baby was saying Wario, huh? Is that the is that the logic behind the name? Where does that name come from? I'm curious. Mama, I want to play Wario. Oh, okay. Just a misspelling, huh? But yeah, Wario, meet Cartboy, Wario. Pleasure to hang out with you folks on this fine Sunday Eve. Actually gone for a lot longer than I planned on this stream. Just by pure virtue of having fun hanging out. Chatting with the chat. Embarrassing myself in Mario 35 intermittently. I really shouldn't have jumped down. Now I'm never gonna get back up, am I? Aha. Ah, just barely made that. Centimeter higher, and I don't think I would have made that jump to that platform. You can always tell when things get really intense for me in this because you can actually hear my stick start click-clacking. That's when I shifted into Pro Streamer mode. And I can't control my stick anymore. Ah, jeez. Made it over that piranha plant only to get fireballed. That's at least better than a POW block. I'll take it. No way it's gonna last me through the end of the level, though. Oh. Well then. Don't I look silly? Take that Koopa the wrong way. We'll let him get a little too off screen. I really gotta get some time here on the clock, otherwise that's gonna be my downfall. So far, in every round I've done relatively well. That's been... wow! Holy shit, you guys! It happened! It actually happened, you guys. Wow. Checking him back on the stream. Or, pardon me, back in on the chat, and Wario actually owned a copy of Virtual Boy Wario Land. That's just as shocking as me actually winning a round of this. I've never met anyone who has owned or even played Virtual Boy Wario Land before. I've played it a bit on an emulator. I really have been meaning to go back in and mop that up at some point, because I hate that there's a Wario Land game I've barely experienced. What do you think of it? How do you think it stacks up to the other Wario Land games, Wario? Yeah, the Virtual Boy is, you know, of course, one of those legendary misfires of the gaming industry. If I wasn't having so much fun hanging out in chat, that would have been the end. I would have gone ahead and capped that off with a victory, but let's take one more lap around the old place at least. Wallow in our victory a little bit, while also squandering it through several subsequent losses. Between Shake It and Wario Land 4 is where you'd rank it, huh, Wario? That definitely makes it worth checking out, at least. You love me some Wario Land 4. I think 3 might be my favorite. I really like 2 as well, though. It's a tough choice. Miss that series a lot. I was just thinking about Wario Land Shake It the other day and how cool its marketing campaign was with the whole YouTube video that would actually shake and smash the page, jumble all the elements of the page around, and listening to some of the music and watching some of the cool animation the other day from Wario Land Shaken and just thinking, I can't believe it's been 12 years since they last touched Wario Land. Such a shame. Wario's rankings for the Wario Land series. 4, Virtual Boy, Shake It, Master of Disguise, and 3. Master of Disguise, I've barely played any of. I actually did own that for a brief period, but never really got into it, and then eventually I just kind of lost track of my copy. A lot of my DS games, unfortunately, I don't have anymore. But I'm surprised it cracks the top 5 of the Wario series for you. Not a lot of people would be willing to laud it that much. That's a ringing endorsement. Seems like it did something different for a Nintendo game, though, which is always welcome. I am amazed that I did not die in that pit of elevators. Ah, damn, okay. I'm just a little too early there. Would have survived if I had jumped just a little later. Yeah, so yeah, both Cartboy and I are pretty big Wario fans, I'd say, and neither of us has played much Virtual Boy Wario Land or Wario Master of Disguise, so sounds like we should both get on that. Actually, Virtual Boy Wario Land wouldn't be a bad game to play on stream sometime. Might be a good way to finally dig into that and check it out. So maybe you can look forward to that, since you've both followed my channel, and thank you very much for that, by the way. Maybe I'll do some cool Wario content soon to fill in the gaps in my Wario knowledge. I do consider myself one of the premier Wario fans. And I especially did before I met Cartboy's old boss at Source Gaming, Push Dustin, who's possibly the biggest Wario fan in the whole world. Nobody loves Wario better than him. Okay. Okay. Just drop right in that little pit there. And now we've got... Wow! Even... Another first for the Shy Guy Fox Toy Box stream. We've got a spam bot in the chat, you guys. What an honor. I did not know that I was a big enough deal for people to bother spamming in my chat. Welcome, my bot friend. I am friend to robot and human here on the Toy Box channel. I won't click your link, but I'll be your friend. Okay. Okay, Koopa Troopa, or rather Paratroopa, just be like that. I'm glad I outright stated that I was going to squander the goodwill from my stunning victory. Otherwise, I'd be pretty embarrassed right now. The bot is offering to make people famous through its link somehow. Cartboy doesn't want to be famous, he wants to be a Power Ranger. Cartboy, which color Power Ranger would you be if you were a Power Ranger? I'm glad to hear you are such a big fan of Wario. I'm glad that you found this stream, because we do love us some Wario in here, and I will follow back. Do you stream Wario content often? I say not having had the opportunity to check out your channel yet. Fucking fake Bowser before the real Bowser. I'm just gonna speed through you. Okay. No equipment to stream Wario games. That's understandable. This is a tough hobby to try to get into because of the equipment that's required to do it well on different platforms, especially. And I'm not an authority on that because I can't necessarily state that I do this well yet. I still do have common, pretty amateurish problems pretty commonly, but that's... Even though I don't know the solution, doing it well as an amateur, I can at least observe that it is difficult to do as an amateur. So I understand that, Wario. But yeah, Push Dustin did indeed write an entire article about Wario farting. It's been a while since I read it, but it was one of the first things that caused me to really take notice of Source Gaming as a site. Because I believe his premise is, you know, a lot of Smash Brothers fans, especially Smash fans who are also big Wario fans. It's a bit of a sticking point that Wario is so gross out and fart focused in Smash Brothers, but he wrote a very good and detailed article defending Wario's fart-centric tendencies and why the fart belongs as part of his pantheon of moves. I inch my way out of there for a nice flower. We're already 9th. Oh, wow. 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 Okay. I cannot believe I made it out of that mess unscathed. Okay, well then. Oh, hi, Mark. I love that movie. Wow, Cartboy. That's quite conceited, answering my earlier question of what Power Ranger you'd be. You think you could be the Red Ranger, huh? I don't know that I've met many people who have that level of confidence, so I admire that of you, and it's definitely earned. I'm not saying you shouldn't be the Red Ranger. I think I'd be more comfortable in the blue or the yellow role. I think I could be the first fat yellow Power Ranger, let's say. I'll go ahead and go with yellow. Are there fat Power Rangers? I don't keep up with Power Rangers very much. But I cannot imagine that's a sector of diversity they've explored much in that franchise. That martial arts franchise for children. Whoa! Wow, that was a well-timed star. I cannot believe I'm gonna make it through that level. Wow! Aside from the fact that my stream quality seems fairly poor, it's actually a banner day in the toy box. lots of people watching while I do some pretty cool stuff. Wow, some Power Ranger debate going on in the chat here. And it sounds like we're all primarily working from the starting point of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which is good because I can say very little about any other generation of Power Rangers. But of course Tommy is badass. And saying that he's better as the Green Ranger is a bold statement. But it's not one I can necessarily disagree with. As much as I loved the Tiger Megazord and his cool Falcon and his cool talking sword when he was the White Power Ranger, yeah, definitely some stuff to say for him when he was green. I actually meant to watch one of my favorite Power Rangers episodes, because I haven't watched Power Rangers in probably almost 10 years, was the last time I rewatched any of the classic episodes. But I meant to rewatch one of my favorites, the Pumpkinhead episode, and wow, that was fucking stupid. Meant to rewatch the Pumpkinhead episode for Halloween, but just didn't really get around to it the entire month of October somehow. Wow. Apparently in Super Sentai, the original Japanese Power Rangers, Wario is saying that the Green Ranger has a Godzilla-style sword. I did not know that somehow. As a kid who adored both Power Rangers and Godzilla, though, wow, I would have creamed my absolute jeans over that if I had known that back then. That's fucking sweet. I'm learning so much during this stream. Not just about Mario, but about Wario, and about Power Rangers, and about Yoshi, and about friendship. The real special battle is the friends we made along the way. Man, that's a bad spot for that hammer, bro. Come the fuck on. Woo! Okay. If it hadn't been for that hammer that he got off, that would have been a pretty satisfying maneuver I pulled off there. Will you just die? I will sacrifice my mushroom if you just die. Please. Please die. Friendship is one of the best ways to kill someone in Mortal Kombat. Or finish them off, rather, I should say. Okay, I overcorrected a bit on trying to dodge that Koopa Troopa and just wound up plummeting down a ledge, so, kind of a lateral move. Okay, so they didn't do the White Ranger at all in Super Sentai. That was purely an American invention, I guess. See you later, Wario. Thanks for stopping by, and I, at least so far, have done this almost every weekend, so please feel free to check in again. Everyone follow this channel if you feel like, and also Twitter at ShyGuyFoxToyBox for news on when we stream, which I usually decide a few hours before doing it, quite frankly. See you later, my dude. You're almost there. Ah, okay. Having diminishing returns here real quick. Oh, okay. So Tommy, the White Ranger form, was taken from a later Super Sentai series, according to Cartboy. So he still existed in the Japanese lore, but they took the footage from a later series to kind of mix things up, it sounds like. The relationship between Super Sentai and Power Rangers and, well, basically just the lore of either of those on their own is a lot to get into and untangle, it sounds like. Ooh! Hot rope jumping. What is this, Mario Party? It is, sort of. In fact, it's actually a bit more of a Mario Party than actual Mario Party, come to think of it. Oh! I didn't mean to let go of the B button and stop jumping, but alright. Did pretty decently for how little attention I feel like I was paying during that. Mostly thinking about Power Rangers. It sounds like you're pretty into Power Rangers, though, Cartboy. Have you seen more series than Mighty Morphin? You more familiar with the latter-day Power Rangers? And by latter-day, I mean everything that isn't, like, literally 30 years old. Because I think I watched a couple of the other ones after that, but, you know, I just kind of moved on to other things. Didn't love Power Rangers while I loved them, though. There were multiple pictures of very young me dressed as various Power Rangers on Halloween and, frankly, on occasions that weren't Halloween. It's wearing the costume for funsies. Oh, okay. Your knowledge only spans the Zordon era, which I did not realize was a defined era of Power Rangers. Again, I'm learning so much new stuff. Oh boy. Cartboy's gonna be tweeting me a video of the White Ranger from the Super Sentai series that he originated from. I'll be interested to see that. I'll retweet that for all you listeners out there who also want to see this. Once again, that's at Shy Guy Fox Toy Box for all our latest complete nobody streaming news. For how often I refer to myself as a nobody on this show. Really probably should have just called my show Nobody Streams. But that's probably already taken. I like to think of myself as a Shadow Zero. I'm a shadow of a former nobody. No, not in Kingdom Hearts terms, for the love of God. Ooh! I think this will probably be our last run. Unless I do so resoundingly poorly that I'm still left unsatisfied. See, the stream is still being a little chonky. A little embarrassing to get the most attention I've ever gotten while the stream is being a piece of shit, but it's not that big of a deal. But probably, honestly, especially while streaming this game, lower my stream quality to 480p and 30 FPS. The difference would probably be near negligible. So maybe I'll try that next time if we're still sharing bandwidth. course, there's something to be said for the fact that if I'm going to be doing this more often, I should really call my ISP and just pay them an extra $10 a month or so to have a faster connection. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. Because I've even got the Switch and the computer jacked into Ethernet. This is just its absolute limit. Oh, there's just a Podoboo there. That's new. I don't think that happened during any of the other matches. Just Podoboos. Well, it's pretty rare that you kill Podoboos, so I guess that accounts for how infrequently they'd pop up. Okay, this is really the last one. More information on Power Rangers from Cartboy here. Okay, so Tommy was such a popular character, but they ran out of the Green Ranger footage. So that's why they borrowed the White Ranger footage and incorporated him into the story of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That makes sense. He was kind of a dark horse, an ensemble dark horse hit character, so they weren't expecting to have to capitalize on him as much as they wound up doing, which is pretty much to the extent that he became the focus of the show, from what I remember, once he was the White Ranger. And of course, he's still the overarching, from what I hear, Tommy pops up in most other Power Rangers series, at least as a cameo, so he's kind of the face of the franchise even to this day, to an extent. Which I think is really cool, as someone who hasn't watched the show since near infancy. I think it's pretty cool that they're still carrying that torch. Oh boy. Well, alright. Not the most auspicious end. But I think that's a good place to go ahead and call it quits here, guys. Heartboy, I love hanging out with you, man, and I really do appreciate you stopping by. I'm glad you were free this random Sunday evening. Oh, okay, so Jason has been in 2 episodes, the old Red Ranger. He's been in 2 episodes of the current series, too. That's fucking badass. Alright, guys, well, this is Shy Guy Fox. I'll check out my new icons I earned real quick here. What did I get? I didn't even notice. Oh, I got Jumping Mario and I got Turning Around Mario. Hooray. But, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it quits here. We had a bit of an uneven set of rounds there, but considering the fact that I just jumped into this and playing Worlds 5 and 6 I didn't have much experience with, I think I did pretty well, all things considered. Up to and including an actual victory, which I really never dreamed of happening. So I'm going to hop off here. A friend of mine's waiting for me to play Final Fantasy XIV with him, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. But tune in next weekend and possibly throughout this week for another stream. Probably playing either Trials of Mana or If I Can't Resist after getting turned on by Wawio. Not turned on in that way. But turned on to the prospect of playing Virtual Boy Wario Land, because now I really want to do that on stream at some point. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by. I'm Shy Guy Fox. This has been my Toy Box. See you later.